I'm going to talk about our experience turning around a hotel in Shenzhen, China. Now, this hotel was given for us to manage because it was managed by another local hotel management company, and it was not making money, and the owner was quite desperate. But after evaluating our performance and saw a few of our hotels, he was quite happy and he appointed us. So that hotel, when it took over, I also flew there and took the handover. And the first day I was there, I went to the staff canteen and stand in line to take food to eat. And I was aghast because I would not feed my dog that type of food. The quality was so bad. So then I had to just take a little bit. I said, look, I'm not so hungry, take a little bit. And I had my lunch. And after lunch, I called everyone in. I said, look, we can't treat our people that way. We must make them love to come to work. So the only thing I'm going to do is follow a company philosophy where management staff also eat with the rank and file. So I told everyone, guess what? Tomorrow, all of you are eating in the staff canteen. Gee, the next day the food quality improved and I have so many rank and file come and say, oh, Mr. Tan, thank you very much. First time in 2 years, the food quality was good. So that won the people on our side, right? The second area I looked at was the Chinese restaurant. There's a Chinese restaurant and a coffee shop, right? So when I evaluate the Chinese restaurant, it was a huge problem because the chef that the hotel hired from Hong Kong was paid about 20,000 renminbi. So his total 3-person crew is about 35,000. Yeah. So that was a problem because the total revenue was only about 50,000 renminbi per month. Again, not making money. So I also then evaluate supplies, and I was also shocked. All the fish that the restaurant is contracted to buy it's a contract for 2 years. It was easily 30 to 40% above the market rate. So somebody took a cut somewhere earlier. But I had to honor the contract because it's something like 6 more months left. So after I evaluate, I said, look, on a profit center basis, it's losing about 50,000 renminbi per month. So when I met the owner, I told this owner that, look, you only come to Shenzhen 3 times, maximum 4 times a year. And this restaurant, you want it for entertainment purpose only, right? So why don't you allow me to close it down? So $50,000 per month loss times 12 is 600,000. Why don't you take the 600,000, take half of it, and for the 3 or 4 times you come, you just take 100,000 and go and book the best restaurant in town and entertain all your friends there, right? Because it's cheaper, you still save 300,000. The answer was no, we still have to continue. In any case, we did a lot of cost management and let the contract expire, and we managed to move from a 50,000 loss to break even. So that's one area. Another area was this. Typical of a hotel, they have duty manager. And I never believe in duty manager, but to keep my eye open, I asked all of the 4 duty managers. I said, what do you really do? We only wait for complaints to come and then settle the complaint. I said, how many complaints do you receive a day? Maybe 1, maybe 2. I said, we have overhead of 4 person just to solve 1-2 problem a day is not efficient because the way we practice is having a manager on duty. We rotate people from different departments to be the manager in charge for that day and that evening until about 10:30 p.m. And they are allowed to decide and make decision to settle customers' problem. By that time, all our hotel already have the delegation limit of about $125. Anyone can waive $125 without question, right? And that is much faster way of solving the problem. And the department head, they are allowed to waive $500 again without getting question asked. right? Anything above that amount requires head office to review, because a lot of time we have people who try to cheat the hotel by making false complaint. So this has been going on, and it worked very fine. Something else happened when we rotate all the different people to be the duty manager. They are de facto the hotel manager for that day, and their eyes and ears open up, and they are more aware of what is the totality of the business we are running. So immediately we did away with all the duty manager. Then on the bellboy and concierge, they have about 4-5 person on duty. And I just observed for one day, they were free. They were all very free, right? So I said, look, you can't be free. What I do is I issue you mops, etc. So when there is no guest arrival, you mop the floor, keep the marble all clean and all. And they don't take it seriously, and trying to show off, and trying to pretend that the mop was a guitar and they were playing. So I sacked a whole bunch and hired a new bunch to say that, look, your duty when you're not busy is to keep the lobby area clean. So no more problem. The problem is solved by appointing people on different terms and conditions. The other big problem we had was, as a foreign-owned hotel, I was told that they are only allowed to work 5 days a week. So I took my key staff and we went to try the different restaurants in town, trying the local restaurants. And I asked the waiters there, I said, how many hours do you work a day? They said 10 hours. How many days a week? 7 days. How many holidays in a year? And that they only got about 4 days off a year. So I said, wow, if they work like that and we are working 5 days a week, there's no way we can compete. Because when you have staff that work only 5 days, that means hotel is running 7 days, you need 40% extra staff to fill up the gap of the 2 days. So in Malaysia, we work 6 days and we have 1 day off, which we have to have extra staff to fill up the gap. So 1 out of 6 is 16 to 17%, but 2 out of 4 is 40%. So the gap is about 25% labor cost. And I noticed one more thing. All the staff on the weekend, they had nothing to do. They were just shaking their leg and they would like to earn more money. So I had a chat with them. I said, why don't we make a deal? You volunteer to work 1 extra day. We will calculate the fixed overtime for you for that day, right? And we'll pay you as part of your total salary. Everybody loved it, and there was unanimous agreement to say they would like to accept it. But I said, hold on. This country doesn't work like in Malaysia. So what I want you to do is go and talk to the head of the political head of this area and make this proposal. And if they then sign off, we switch immediately. So the next day, the head of the political section came, had lunch with me, and I said, look, the proposal is very simple, right? We're going to work 1 extra day, and the staff all unanimously agree, right? But I said, we're not going to implement without your approval. So after explaining, I said, I leave you alone to talk to them. And later on, you come and tell me you agree, and then we send a letter to sign black and white and plan. And wow, he agreed immediately. So again, that de facto saved 25% labor cost, right? So you see, we went in multiple directions to save costs, to save overhead, etc. And the hotel was also profitable within about 7 or 8 months that we took over, right?